Hi my health enthusiasts, today's video is on gluten, and should you be eating gluten? Should I be eating gluten? Can you heal from a gluten intolerance? These are all really important questions and questions that I get often, and I just kind of wanted to address them, especially right now that gluten is such a buzzword. It's become such a huge word they use in marketing different foods that we're purchasing at the store, and it's just kind of unfair, and so I just really wanted to touch base on that. Gluten, what is gluten? Gluten is a protein found in generally cereal grains. They are also found in flours that unfortunately is in a lot of our processed food. I know most of you guys know this already. Gluten can be really hard to digest, and the problem that we're seeing is that people are getting previously food injured from other things, and then gluten is also becoming hard to digest as well. So the problem is not necessarily the gluten, it's whatever food did the injury to your GI tract. Our GI tract is a muscle, and just like our heart, it's working all the time. It's constantly pumping food through our GI tract, even if we're not eating, right? It's continuously moving things through. So it's really important to understand that when that gets injured, just like if I were to pull, let's just say a muscle in my, I don't know, my bicep, I were to pull it, I would not use it for a little bit. Or if I were to break my ankle, I would be on crutches for a couple weeks until it heals, right? Just like that type of injury, you know, we can't stop eating. We can't just, you know, not eat for a couple weeks until everything is healed. But what we can do is pull out trigger foods that are going to hurt it and digest whole foods instead until it heals. You can heal from a gluten sensitivity. You will be able to, you know, eat a piece of cake at your next birthday if you get healed. What happens is, say someone eats a trigger food, let's say they're allergic to almonds. Someone eats almonds and doesn't realize it, but now their the lining of their GI tract is damaged. They then eat gluten, or they eat, you know, some sort of bread, and they can't process the bread either. And then typically you also see that happen with corn and soy and wheat. And the problem is not necessarily the corn or the soy. The problem is the GI tract is still damaged and it never got to heal. So it can't process those trigger foods, unfortunately. So how you get through this, though, you guys, is that you reach for whole raw foods. And why you're seeing a lot of people lose weight on gluten-free diets is because they're reaching for whole foods. There's no gluten in a banana. There's no gluten in broccoli. There's just not. So people obviously are seeing weight loss because they're not reaching for processed foods. And so is it necessarily the gluten? No, it's because they're reaching for a better food, which is so great. So however you have to get there, guys, you know. But as far as healing the GI tract, there's two things that are really important when you're doing that, no matter if it's gluten that you're having an issue with, or lactose, or a certain nut that you're having a problem with, or maybe you just don't know. Well, one of those is acid reflux, ulcers, or just indigestion in general. You guys, if you're having this issue, please, you've got to take care of it, and you don't want to be on a pill for the rest of your life. I'm not going to tell you to go off your medication. I'm not a doctor, but there is natural things that will help you heal for long term. One of those is mastic gum. I will link the blog here. You can find this at a lot of natural places. Here in California, it's Sprouts and Whole Foods. You guys, it's so amazing. It seriously heals. It starts right away. Your symptoms start to diminish right away, and then you need to still continue to heal the duodenum, the lining of the stomach. It's really important. I'll do that link. And then as far as healing the GI tract, you know, as a whole, glutamine. Powdered glutamine is the best. It goes right to the GI tract. Your body doesn't have to process it. It's really good. It really repairs the muscle, right? It's a muscle. So our GI tract should be moving like this. Okay? It should be moving food, but unfortunately it's inflamed and things are getting through. You've heard of leaky gut, right? It's getting through the cracks and your body starts attacking itself. And that can be because of gluten, or it can be because of almonds. It can be because of a, you know, misuse of antibiotics. It can be because of a lot of things. So the thing is here, it's not necessarily a gluten-free diet, although that's good. It's healing the GI tract and letting it heal, guys. So whole foods, get the glutamine. The powder is the best, I think. Some people, I understand you might take a pill because it's easier for you. I get that. But get it in. It'll heal, I promise. And then just get off processed food, you guys. Whole foods, juice, smoothies, fruit. You guys, fruit passes through the GI tract within 3 hours or less. So it's really great. You get a lot of energy. It's high in water. It's high in fiber. Get that in. I promise you there's no gluten in a banana. So eat those. And that's it, guys. Feel free to ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer them. I'm sorry that this is short and not a lot of substance, but I just wanted to get straight to the point for you guys and not hit you with all this scientific stuff, right? We all just want to be able to eat and feel healthy, and I feel like that's the most important thing. So take care, guys. Feel free to message me with any questions. I'm so happy to answer them. So have a great week. Bye.